Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. We are listening to CSEP podcast being filmed here in Ventura County, where we highlight different folks through social justice, cultura, identity, things that people are doing that are positive for our community to inspire others. On radio, you can listen to us on 104.1 FM. That is KPPQLP Ventura. On public access, CAPS TV. That airs throughout Ventura County, and on YouTube you can find us at the YouTube CSEP podcast channel. And our guests today are some really gentle, good folks who have been doing something that everybody could relate to, which is making sure that that people are fed, whether it be family, friends, even strangers that might need food. So I'm gonna let them start that conversation a little bit. Please introduce yourselves, and yeah, we'll start from there.
I'm Keith Broward.
I'm Yessi Avila.
And both of you, I know both of you have been doing it, doing programs where you feed the public. What is one of the reasons that you've made this one of your missions, Keith?
Simple. People need people.
Yeah.
You can't just depend on the government to help out all the time.
Yeah, and also you're a pretty good cook too. So I would say that
I'm a product of the 70s and 80s. So going home early before your parents would get home and you're looking for a snack, you make yourself
you find what's there.
You find what's there and you got a cup of soup, some deli meat, some veggies, throw it together, you got a little snack.
And you also always make reference to your son. Oh, my son was thinking about eating this, and okay, made me give you an idea of what I was going to be cooking.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So my son, he's a bit picky with what he likes to eat sometimes, but he will always say, "Okay, Dad, you made enough. You can share." He'll give me permission to share, but I'm always going to share whatever I make.
And then folks, they actually, part of they see that you give, and you do this through social media,
through Facebook.
Yeah, and there's a lot of folks that they start to support you. Correct?
Yep.
They say, hey, you know what? I have this kind of food available, or
I've had people who, on Friday, for example, I had a lady and her husband donate 15 pounds of sea bass that her husband caught.
Awesome.
He cleaned it. He's like, can you use it? So me and Yezi, we made fish and chips on Friday in Santa Paula for people. And
How many?
20 plus.
Yeah.
That was a lot.
No, yeah, I remember seeing that listing, and I've been hearing that a lot of there's a lot of fishermen folk out there, and I'm putting that out there for anybody out there because we're also in fishing country out here, and sometimes they have a good amount of fish, and they're like either we're gonna give it to neighbors or give it to places like yourselves. And Yessi, you've been doing this for a while. What inspired you to start what is it called? Food Pantry Food? What is the name of your program?
Oh, the Giving Kitchen.
The Giving Kitchen. Yes. What inspired that?
Well, it does go back to my childhood. But when I was sort of a latchkey baby, like Keith said, so I had to figure out how to feed myself. And when I became pregnant with my first child, I actually didn't have food to eat. And I had no idea that there were any programs out there like food stamps, because I left my home at 18 years old and I didn't have electricity. I was going to nursing school, and I went to the dean's office crying, and I told him I don't have food and I have to drop the program because I need to eat. And she, instead of getting a hug or, I got guidance. Yeah. She said, look, I'm not going to make it easy, but you need to figure it out. You have to go and apply for food stamps. And I didn't know what that was. So I figured it out, and that got me through nursing school. So that was like a mission in my life that I wanted to give back somehow once I made it.
Yeah.
And it does stem from this book that I was reading to my child, which was the Stone Soup, where everybody puts a little bit of ingredients together and they feed the whole community.
Yeah.
And I talked about this dream to my partner at the time, and he laughed. laughed at me and said, "That's never gonna happen.
Yeah.
You know, don't waste your time." So, long story short, I met the love of my life, David Regoza. He was a chef,
Yeah.
and I told him my dream because he was dying of cancer, and he said, "Yessie, what is your dream if you can do anything?" And I told him my dream, and he didn't laugh. He actually said, "Let's make it happen." So we applied for a nonprofit, and the mission was to feed others, especially with disabilities, or because a lot of times people don't qualify for food stamps or any help, but they are in need,
Yeah.
especially when they're going through illness and there's nobody there. There's no help. So we wanted to do the nonprofit, and then that's in the process. After he passed away, I got the nonprofit,
Yeah.
the 501c, and the rest is history.
No, totally. And I want to send my condolences because actually I knew David through his sister. When I worked at the Oxnard Housing Authority, she would always do projects with her. I would do projects with her over there. So my condolences. But both ways, he was very supportive, and I think that in many ways you honor his name by fulfilling the nonprofit that you're working with and that Keith is helping with.
Yes.
Yeah. And I'm sure it's grown a lot with the help of once again, more hands in the kitchen means, you're able to feed more people. And tell us a little bit how that experience has been. Go ahead, Keith.
I just want to say one thing.
Go for it.
Sometimes people think a family can just go to a food bank or whatnot, but sometimes you can't just go to a food bank. Maybe you don't have a car.
Yeah.
Maybe you're working. A lot of the food banks are only open 3 to 5 o'clock every day or whatever. So that's one thing I try to help people with too. I have a little pantry in the house. She has stuff she'll give out. People will donate, and we'll make little boxes to give to people. Sometimes I'll go to the food bank on the weekends and I'll post in one of the Ventura County giveaway groups or on my own page, like, hey, I have all this produce. Somebody wants to pick it up. And it literally will be picked up within an hour.
Yeah.
People.
Exactly.
No, that's great.
Yeah.
Actually, how we met.
Yeah.
So it was pretty interesting.
That's good. That's good. And then, have you guys done some combined recipes that you kind of learned from each other?
Yes.
I had never made fish and chips until Friday with her.
And it sounds like there was a good response from the audience, from the people out there.
They loved it.
Oh yeah.
People were
They
messaging
love
me.
everything.
Yeah.
And I was hesitant to try his food just because, I didn't know that. I was like, oh, it's probably bland, but no, he spices it up. He adds seasoning. He's like one of the best cooks I've ever tried. Like he's amazing. I can certify that.
No. I definitely think that your cooking abilities are complementing each other, and like I said, that means that there's more on the menu for people that in need, and not only that, but it really depends on what you have at the moment to cook with.
Right?
Oh yes, that's kind of how we base our next meals or events. We will take whatever is donated, like chicken, or it can be ground beef. Sometimes we have a lot of ground beef, and we get creative and we share recipes. Yeah. You know that saying, "There's too many cooks in the kitchen."
Yeah.
It doesn't happen with us.
No, it's
just
you
the
guys
two of us.
know how to complement each other.
Yeah.
It's. I thank God for that every day. I thank God. I was praying for someone like Keith, because our organization, legally you need 3 people.
Yeah.
And we lost David.
Yeah.
To fill that position was very difficult.
Oh yeah.
Very. And he came along and said, "Oh, from here."
Yeah. No. Yeah. He's a gentleman and a hard worker and a great cook. What are some things that your organization could use to help elevate it, and who are the kind of folks you are best trying to help?
Sharing our post.
Okay.
So that is one thing, because social media algorithms, they're not always. One week we'll get a ton of responses, and then the next week you might get 5 for certain things. It's just the responses. The things we can use most are your everyday pantry items: rice, beans, canned veggies, frozen meats. If anybody has them, wants to donate. Only thing we ask is don't give us things that are expired.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
But like there's been people who've had events and they're like, hey, I had a catering gig. I have all this left over. Do you want it? I'll go pick it up and pass it out to people.
To those that need it, because they already know that you're the person that is
Right.
putting out the,
Right. A lot of people now know me. When I first started in 2022, I know people are kind of iffy. Like, who's this guy?
Yeah.
Who's this guy? And I didn't post on my actual Facebook page for like 2 years or so. And I was like, I got to get off of these groups and go out here more public so people know I'm not like trying to scam anybody or doing. It all comes from the heart.
Right.
Giving for me, that's my language of love.
And it's interesting. I hear you 100% because it's like, I think we're also changing perceptions of what people stand for. Not everything is a sale. Not everything is someone trying to come up on somebody. Sometimes it's just straight kindness.
Yeah.
That's what this is about, people. This is what we're sharing today. And that's why it was so important to share the story that we're sharing today. Some things that you would like, that you feel good about the work that you're doing. Give us some feedback on how you feel. I know that's a lot of hard work, but you do, what are some ways that it fulfills your heart?
It is far less stressful doing this than my actual job that pays.
Okay, so this is therapeutical for you.
Yes.
And 100%.
Last week, I cooked every single day, twice with her up in Santa Paula. No problem. Tomorrow, I go back to work from vacation. I'm just going to be like, man, what's the stress?
I hear you. What about you, Yessie?
What was the question?
Just how does this fulfill you? How does this make you feel like all that hard work pays off?
It really does. I try to feed people every single day. And I've had people who were very sick. And I kind of use food as medication. I cook for them specific to their diets. I am a registered nurse and I study nutrition and holistic care and all of that. And so I would cook for them specifically for their diet and modify it. And a lot of them actually got better. And that to me, it means the world, because when I leave and I hear that they're not doing well, I almost feel guilty that they're not eating.
Yeah.
I've had people pass out for not eating for 2 days.
Yeah.
I've had people, a family, I don't want to cry, but they don't have any food to eat. And my children do their best. So we share what we have. And people think probably that we get a lot of funding and this and that, but we're raising funds by selling things for yard sales or just like
comic
today.
books,
Yeah.
memes.
Today I sold a chafing dish that I had left over from my catering gigs, and I got $80 and I put it in the little bucket, and with that money we're gonna feed more people. And that feeds our soul.
Yeah.
It really does. I don't care about the chafing dish. I don't care about the money. We're actually trying to, and sometimes, any extra cash, like when I like to go to the casinos, I get pretty lucky actually. I won quite a bit. We put it back, and our goal is to give back more as much as we can.
Well, once again, we really want to thank you for giving this message about sharing and using your talents to feed others. And this is what you do to make this world a better place. Really want to thank you from the bottom of my heart, from the bottom of the heart of everybody you've ever fed, that was in need. Thank you so much. You're very kind people. And just one more time, people out there, if you could support in some way or another, you heard of all the different ways you can help. The giving, what is it called? The Giving
Kitchen
The Giving
805.
The Giving Kitchen 805. You can find them on social media.
It's the Giving Kitchen, but the email is thegivingkitchen805@gmail.com. And we also have a website and Instagram and Facebook.
Okay.
We're not very technological, but our kids
That's
are
okay.
learning.
That's okay. Your gift
But
is
we
in
are
the kitchen.
legit. We don't have a Venmo, but we have a Zelle. We
Okay.
have Zelle and all that. We
And
have
what's
it
that
on our
number?
website.
Oh, okay. So go to the website to see how you could support. Once again, thank you everybody who does support
Let me say
because it is going to be going to a good place. Go for it, Keith.
So one thing I want people to understand is that there are kind people out here in the world. It might be not the best place at the moment, but there are people who truly care for other people.
100%.
100%, right?
Yeah.
Some people don't. I can't read that, man. That's my thing. I post a lot on Facebook about, just be kind to one another.
Right.
There's no room for hatred in your heart, Just be kind.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Kindness and love and support. Once again, it goes farther than some people with all their money. This goes way further. And not only that, but then the other thing about this kind of attitude is very addictive. It's very easy for others to get inspired to want to do the same thing. So that's why love and kindness is a good thing. It'll just keep spreading like crazy. Can I get an applause from our audience, please?
Thank you.
They want us to
So
share.
Go ahead. Yes, he wants to share something.
on our website, there's a donate button, and if you cannot donate, you don't have any money, it's great. We understand, but there's a button that says pledge, and it says you can't donate, pledge love instead.
Yes.
Because when you hit that, you can write a little message, and it's not always about money. It's about kindness and just smiling at people, and kind of like what Keith said. And I think that's what's gonna help everybody. And we want to help people one plate at a time. Is kind of like our little.
Yeah, it's a good motto. One plate at a
I
time.
think we can.
One kindness act at a time.
And we hopefully can do a chain reaction. There is another nonprofit called Lasagna Love, which I kind of hope we can be like similar one day.
Oh, heck yeah.
Little by little.
Lasagna love.
It takes time.
Once again, thank you both for coming through. We would also like to thank the Mystery Shop for allowing us to do some of these podcasts. And we've been doing a few podcasts here, and they've just been like, I don't know, maybe it's because this place is so special because of all the different kind of activities. They're artivists here. They're collectors of pop culture. Like Keith, I also love 80s, 90s. Like some of our guests over here, we were straight up Gen Xers for life. So thanks again for showing up. I'll give you another round of applause. We wish you much success, and definitely come by and visit us. Let us know about all the great things that are happening, okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right.
All right, we'll talk to you later. Once again, we are listening to Caps Radio at KPPQ LP Ventura, where you can listen to us at 104.1 FM and also on Caps Television. Thank you, Caps TV Public Access, and also thank you, CSEP Podcast, which you could tune in to our channel on YouTube. We have some more guests coming up, so don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and keep sharing this, inspiring others, and support in any way you can. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right.
You did it. See?